student loan forgiveness deadline is just days away. You have until this Friday, June 30th, to apply for the federal program. According to the Biden administration, loan forgiveness has been approved for more than 4 million Americans, totaling $167 billion. But many still haven't even gotten the process started, and they're running out of time. Another wrinkle in the White House plan: just yesterday, federal judges in Kansas and Missouri issued separate injunctions preventing the government from forgiving more loans while they consider lawsuits regarding that program. Here to break all of this down is Ray Kaplan of Kaplan Law Firm. She specializes in student loans. There is so much noise surrounding this, and I think that's why so many people have said, you know what, it probably won't work for me. So tell us right now, who should be doing what at this moment in time to try to secure that student loan debt relief?
Yes, so this is really the largest student loan relief program we've seen in the history of the United States. Millions of people have already had their loans completely forgiven or their payments greatly reduced. And it really is life-changing results. Some of our clients have had $300,000 in their loans forgiven.
Wow.
$100,000 in their loans forgiven. And for the ones who had their payment terms shortened, they had their payments reduced. So this is a huge opportunity, and there are millions of people who still need to apply. Many people we find don't know about it. So June 30th, that's the deadline. You can apply at studentaid.gov. That's the website that's run by the Department of Ed. If you have federal loans, studentaid.gov is the place to go. Right before June 30th, now is the time, because I really don't think we're going to see another loan forgiveness program this big, maybe in our lifetime.
Well, and then with that, what do these rulings from these judges, what does it mean for the student loan forgiveness program?
Right, so there's a lot of confusion right now because the Biden administration unrolled a new payment plan that really reduces people's payments. And the second part of their plan was supposed to go into effect in July, which would further reduce people's payments and get some borrowers' forgiveness kind of fast-tracked. So that second part is on hold right now. It's not dead, it's just on hold.
So what is the threshold? You say that people should go on now and try to apply, but who are those people? How much do they have to make to be able to qualify, or how little do they need to make to be able to qualify?
That's a great question. So it really applies to borrowers individually, and student loans is a very complicated federal system. We help people navigate this system all the time because it's really not a one-size-fits-all. Some people will have their loans forgiven automatically, and others need to apply, especially if you have multiple student loans or loans from when you went to college and then maybe you took out loans for your kids, etc. So we help people navigate that process as well.
Is there a debt to income ratio for, let's say it's an individual student, they have a tremendous amount of debt, but they're making fairly decent money?
There's no debt to income ratio for this. So this is more about the years in repayment. So the people who get the biggest benefit are those who have the oldest loans.
Okay,
right.
So paying for 10 years or so.
Right,
already.
Exactly. Especially, and we also see a lot of people who have had their loans for 20 or 25 years, especially people with older loans. They really are going to benefit and may get their entire loan balance forgiven. I know it sounds too good to be true, but it applies to millions of people.
And if people have been paying for such a long time, they probably figure, oh, you know, it'll never be for me.
That's exactly right.
And then with these rulings, I know that there's still some confusion, but for the millions of people of borrowers who have already had their loans forgiven, or people who are waiting still, who've already applied, does this ruling impact them?
No, it really does not. So really, this is just a challenge to the Biden administration's second part of their regulations that were set to go into effect in July, which would further lower people's payments. So we'll have to wait and see how that one turns out. We probably won't know for months.
So as a legal expert, when you first came in and said, you know, oh, I help people with this, does someone need a person like you, or have they been able to navigate this on their own?
The federal loan system is a very complicated process. And so for some people, it's simple. For others, it's very complicated and it's very nuanced. So you can make a mistake that could potentially cost you tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. So what we do is we help them navigate to see if we can get them the lowest monthly payment or potentially just get their loans completely forgiven.
So your message today for people who have not applied is that they should apply?
Absolutely, you should apply. So June 30th is the deadline. Go to studentaid.gov. We can also help you navigate the process, raycaplan.com, studentaid.gov. If you have federal loans. If you don't know if you have federal loans, still go to studentaid.gov because it expires June 30th. And again, I don't think this is coming back anytime soon.
And why not give it a shot, right? Thanks.
Give
It's a
it a
great
shot.
message. And that website to apply for the federal student loan forgiveness by June 30th is, again, studentaid.gov. If you want more information or help navigating that program, check out raycaplan.com.